It's another project which has come to me. As you can see, this is the Philips HiQ International tuner amplifier. This is a very old Philips product, and it is one of the best amplifier and tuner which Philips India has produced ever. Radio section is not at all working, including the FM, and I can see that a new type of knob has been added. This is not original one. I believe this is the external FM which has been installed inside, as because the original FM was not working. This has come to me for repairing or restoration. You can see this is the back side of this set. From the left hand side, you can see this is the aerial section for FM shortwave, for medium wave, shortwave. This is a pickup input, this is a tape, and this is a speaker output, 4 ohms and 8 ohms, right and left. This is might be the model number or serial number, and this is a power input socket. The model number is actually written here. 738 is the model number, 15MH738. So I have to open this set and check one by one what are the problems. After I open the back cover, you can see how it's look like. You can see there are 4 transistors. These are actually PT4, PT6 used in the output section in the power amplifier, and these transistors actually provides a wonderful musical output from these sorts of radios and turntables of earlier days. Now first of all, what I will do, I will check this set to ensure what are the things which are working now and what are the things which are not, so that I can work properly and find the fault. Now it's time to check the audio amplifier. For that I have installed one ceramic cartridge turntable so that I can test it whether the power amplifier and the main audio amplifier is working or not. So for that, what I will do, I will select the pickup switch. Yes, I have selected the pickup. I can see the yellow light glows here, so it's on now. Now it's time to play this record to check whether the audio is coming or not. Yes, I believe you people also can listen the noise. A little hum is there. Yes, it's working. So the amplifier section is okay. This is the left channel. I have checked earlier the right channel also. It also gave some music, but this channel is having some sorts of hum which was not there in the other one. There are some issues with these controls and the switch connections, and the tuner section is not working. Let me check the tuner also with the FM. Yes, once I push the FM, I can see that this is working once I push this FM station. So I understood now, this FM should work with this original FM which was inside. Instead of that, earlier someone may be replaced with a new FM kit inside and installed this with this switch. Let's check the medium wave. Nothing. Short wave 3, nothing. Short wave 2, nothing. Short wave 1, nothing. You can see this is the inside of this tuner radio amplifier. Too dirty inside. These are the electrolytic capacitors. You can see there is one electrolytic which is already broken from its position. These all need to be replaced, and there are lots of things which are distorted from the original specs. I believe this is the IF section of the radio. This is a new FM kit which has been installed here to run this amplifier. This set is having multiple issues, so let's check one by one. As I told earlier, I have anticipated correctly. The FM board, there should be one FM board which should be fixed with this gang. that particular board has been removed from this set, and you can see a new FM board has been installed here. This is the recent times FM board which use the Sony IC with gang. You can see this is a gang has been installed here. This is going to be one of the toughest job for me to restore, because there are a lot of connections which are changed, and if you actually remove any component or a part of the amplifier section or a radio or some board from here, then it is going to be much more difficult to restore it. However, it's a challenge for me and I am going forward. This is the pre-amplifier board. Majority of the parts are broken, so all these need to be changed. I have removed the front cover of this set, and somehow I managed to get the original board of the FM, and I have tested the parts. The parts which are not in a good condition, I have replaced those in the board. This should have been installed here in a proper manner, and now it's a tough job for me to fix it here, because the gang is attached with this is the dial cord. So dial cord is actually fixed with the old gang, so it's a very tough job to replace another board fixed with gang. For that I have to remove this dial cord and fix it once again as it was. Now I have fixed the FM board, and also there are some changes which I made. I would like to show it to you. You can see this these two are the filter capacitors, and the value of the filter capacitors, what I can see from here is this particular, each of these can is consisting of two types of capacitors. One is 1500 microfarad, another is 750 microfarad. So a total of 2250 microfarad into 2. I kept these two as it was there, and I have fixed another new 4700 microfarad filter capacitor here, so that it should work instead of these two. But I have not removed this. I have changed more or less all the electrolytic capacitors, and in some cases you can see I have replaced the PF type or the NF type capacitors too. The capacitors which are broken, I have seen. There are some capacitors I have seen, those are open, completely open. This is the audio section where I have changed all the electrolytic and non-electrolytic capacitors as per the ratings mentioned by Philips. One thing I would like to tell you, and I would like to show you also, you can see that there are 3 switches. Initially there are 3 switches. When I was checking, I found that in these 3 switches, 2 switches are bad and only 1 switch is working well. So that is a big problem for me, because this type of switches are not available nowadays. So somehow what I have done, I have arranged another set of this type of switch, and what I have done, I have actually cut the original switch which was okay in condition and fixed it here, and the switch set which I managed to get from there, I cut another 2 switch and fixed it here, so that it should work properly as it was earlier. This is the time to actually check whether the audio section is working fine or not. There are lots of things that I have done. As you can see, these are 2 electrolytic capacitors which are changed. These are 2 PF type capacitors which are changed, and there are some resistance. You can see this one and this one. This resistance are actually biases the PT4 PT6 output transistor, and these are very important. So I have checked all the adjoining circuits so that the PT4 PT6 should not be loaded with excessive current, and because if it happens then it will gone. So these transistors are very rare nowadays. It's hardly we can get this type of transistors, so I have taken a special care on that also. Now it's time to check the audio performance. So what I have done, I have fixed this 5-ring jack here. This is a pickup input position, and I do have one small servicing FM unit with me. I do use this particular set to test my servicing equipments. So far as audios are concerned, I have already powered it on, and one particular station is actually running. As because I have not powered this set on, so it is not giving any sorts of sound. I do have one servicing speaker with me, and I have fixed it in left channel option. So I am giving power to it. As you can see, it has been powered.
Games and engaging activities लेकर आगे
As you can see,
और corporate parks में साथ में रहेगा player profile से लेकर house parties host करने का मौका. So
it's working absolutely perfect now. I will check the other channel. So I am plugging it to another channel. Let's check whether this one is working fine or not. Absolutely correct. So you can see the audio section is absolutely working fine. Now I will check for the radio sections. When I was checking the radio section, I found, as you can see, there are lots of components which gone bad. As you can see that there are many capacitors which has been changed by me. You can see green ones are new ones which has been fixed here. The original one which was here actually leaky, so I have replaced this also. The primary characteristics of this type of capacitors are they are used to block the DC voltage, and they accepts the AC signal and allows it to pass through it. Now this particular capacitor, as because leaky, so it is actually giving the DC voltage and access to, through itself, and the DC voltage actually getting ground from that capacitor. So, and that is why I am not getting that voltage in the emitter of BF195D. This is attached with the emitter of the transistor BF195D in the IF section. That is the reason the radio section was not working at all. This is a medium wave. You can see this is a medium wave. And now I will switch on from here to check the whether FM is working fine or not. Yes, the sound is came. FM is working. Excellent. You can see the stations are coming. Stations are coming. That is very good. But so far as the volume is concerned, I believe the gain is a bit low. The FM should have a bit more gain here. That I will try to check later why the gain is less. But so far as stations are concerned, the FM stations are coming. Now I would like to show you the culprits for which the FM gain was less. As you can see, this is a transistor. This is BF195D. This was the original one. If you measure this transistor, you will see that this is okay. So from measurement you can't be able to understand what is the problem with this transistor. But what I did, I suspected this transistor and I opened it and I measured. I found that the beta gain has dropped a lot of this transistor, and that is the reason this transistor is not going to help the set to uplift the gain. But the main culprit is this one. As you can see, this is the FM-IF, the second IF. This was actually the problematic one for which the gain is low. So what I have done, I have replaced this with a new one and the problem solved. Once I was checking with the FM stations, I found that there are some ghost stations coming. Ghost stations means you will see one station is coming one time, two times, three times. Those are called ghost stations. That happens due to the IF issues. So this IF is a problematic one, and I would like to tell you that, as you can see, this is a tuning indicator. This was also not working when this IF was installed in this circuit. So I have put a new one. I am showing it to you. You can see this is the new one which I have replaced. You can see the shine. I had one and I have replaced this one, and the transistor which I replaced, it is from this particular board. so I can't show it to you right now. Now it's time to check the FM whether the gain is developed a bit or not. So let's check. So I am switching it on. As you can see, the volume control is here and the gain has developed a lot. You can see there is no ghost stations. You can see it's working absolutely fine now.
The special dinners at
The gain come again once again, and you can also see now the tuning indicator is working fine. This is out of station, and when I am picking the station, it is showing that yes, this is the best signal option. The perfectly station is tuned. Once I am going out of station, it's going back. So it is working also. So now the set is ready. Now it's time to install this set inside the cabinet and have a final check. Time for final checkup before delivery of this set. I will first test the pickup section. I do not have any turntable right now so that I can play it for the pickup. So what I have done, I am using this small preamplifier and I have put one USB. This USB is containing some songs, and I will check whether these songs are playing in a good manner through pickup or not. First I will check these and then I will check the radio sections, medium wave, shortwave and FM. This is a daytime. I believe the shortwave might not get any signals, much strong signals in shortwave, but I certainly should get the medium wave and the FM also. I have turned the set on, as you can see. Now I am pushing this switch to pick up. You can see it is working absolutely fine. Now I am pushing this medium wave switch. Yes. You can see this is a Calcutta station. This is the Moitri station.
দুজনেই ধন্যবাদ জানাই সুন্দর উপস্থাপনার জন্য। বন্ধুদের ফোন গান তোমাদের বলা ভরিয়ে দিল মন, শেষ গান আর মন।
The medium wave is working absolutely fine. Now it's time to check the FM. So let's check for the FM now. You can see it's working absolutely fine.
বাড়ি একটা সুযোগ একটা, সেই জন্যই সিমেন্ট দেশে
All the stations are coming perfectly fine. So this set is now actually roaring like a lion. One thing,
Total at Smart Superstore and Smart Point. Conditions apply.
So this is the end of this video, and it's a pleasure to have an experience of restoring this Philips wonderful set. Hope to have this sorts of experience in future. I believe you people enjoyed a lot to see this set resurrected once again as it was earlier played. Thank you to all of you. Please subscribe my channel and have a nice day and be safe.